Coming up on Mountain News this morning, a road rage incident led to police discovering 35 dogs inside a man's van. And first responders gathered yesterday in Pulaski County to honor the lives we lost in 9/11.
Dedicated to Eastern and Southern Kentucky, this is WYMT Mountain News this morning.
Good morning, I'm Olivia Calvi. The time is 6:32 on September 12th. Now let's check in with Chief Forecaster Brandon Robinson for a look at your forecast this morning. We'll just breeze past it. There's a foggy start to the morning. A little bit of rain expected later.
I thought you might make it past saying that this morning.
No, absolutely not. We need to start counting how many times we say it's
Well, it's been
foggy.
4 this morning. Maybe even more than that.
I just said it twice.
I know. So there you go.
Yeah.
All right, but you're correct. We are seeing some patchy dense fog out there this morning. And then some rain chances later. Our weather here lately has been kind of a fairly calm. I don't want to jinx it, but I mean, it really has. This is the most active pattern we've tracked here in a little bit. Let's take a look and see what's going on. Mount Vernon along I-75. Some fog in the distance, a little light traffic out there this morning in Rockcastle County. Temperatures in the 50s and 60s, and this is going to feel warm in a couple of days. When we, tomorrow night going into Thursday, are in the 40s in some locations. Giving you an early heads up. So you may need to, if you're cold-natured, turn your heat on as we head into Wednesday night there. But again, this morning, not too bad. Temperatures in the 60s and 70s region-wide. 65 Cincinnati, Lexington 2, Carbondale, Illinois, 69 Knoxville, 69 Bowling Green, 71 in Louisville. The coolest spots in the region, Ashland, Hazard, Tri-Cities, and Charleston, West Virginia, all in the low 60s out there. Day planner today, we're going to see those rain chances pick up as we go deeper today. Scattered chances for storms around a little bit later on too, and temperatures stay in the upper 70s for daytime highs. Olivia?
Brandon, thank you. The name of a West Virginia boy hit and killed near his bus stop Friday has been released. Officials at Logan Middle School identified the boy as 7th grader Chance Artist. Deputies with the Logan County Sheriff's Office said Artist was hit by a car Friday morning near the intersection of 11th Street and Route 10. School leaders are asking all students to wear blue today to honor the young boy. Officials rescued 35 dogs after a man reportedly kept them in a van in bad conditions for at least 2 weeks. WYMT's RJ Johnson spoke with officials about how this happened and where the dogs are now.
A road rage incident led police to arrest a man on numerous charges. Sergeant Mike Garner with the Whitesburg Police Department says Billy Coleman got mad at his wife for wanting to leave him. That ended with Coleman crashing into a car and getting into a fight.
The wife of the male driving the van with the dogs in it wanted to leave him and convinced him to drive her to Pine Mountain Grill to meet with some other family members who took her. And he became enraged and followed them down Highway 15 towards Food City.
Police say they were called here to the Whitesburg Food City parking lot when they found Coleman fighting with another man, and once they got the fight under control is when they found the gruesome discovery of 35 dogs inside of the van.
I was in disbelief. At first it was thought that there were around 20 dogs. I was shocked to learn that there were 15 more. They were basically on top of each other, covered in feces and various states of malnourishment. It was shocking.
Folks with the Appalachian Pet Pantry were there getting gas when they jumped in to help rescue the dogs.
The piles of stuff inside the van, the animals were trapped under it and over it, and we're trying to climb over it. Feces everywhere, urine everywhere. The smell would burn your eyes when you got close. I can't imagine how any humans or dogs lived in that condition, and they just kept coming out. There was just more and more and more.
President of the Appalachian Pet Pantry, Tara Ritchie, says even though they aren't a rescue center, they are now cleaning up the dogs, giving them a new life.
This morning our focus is we're trying to get everybody bathed and their nails clipped, and they're heading out to different rescues. We have several that are going to veterinary staff this morning to get some vet care.
She says the dogs will soon be placed in foster homes in hopes of being adopted to a loving home. In Whitesburg, RJ Johnson, WYMT Mountain News.
Coleman was charged with 4th-degree assault, 2nd-degree criminal mischief, 2nd-degree disorderly conduct, and 2nd-degree cruelty to animals. One man is behind bars for his reported role in a shots fired complaint in Laurel County. Deputies say 18-year-old Peyton Bobbitt was accused of firing a gun multiple times at another car. Officers say 3 of the shots went into the passenger side of the car with a driver and front seat passenger. Neither one of them were injured. Bobbitt is charged with 2 counts of wanton endangerment. One man is facing charges after police reportedly caught him in the act of burglarizing a doctor's home Saturday in Baxter. Officers say 45-year-old Timothy Rourke of Harlan was arrested without incident after the unnamed physician returned home to find a car they did not recognize in the driveway. Rourke is charged with burglary and is being held on a $20,000 cash bond at the Harlan County Detention Center. One man who was injured in a deadly crash in Corbin in early September is now facing a homicide charge. Deputies with the Laurel County Sheriff's Office arrested 26-year-old James Barnes of London on Friday. The arrest stems from a crash on 5th Street Road back on September 3rd that killed Zachary Mathis. He is charged with vehicular homicide and is being held at the Laurel County Correctional Center on a $250,000 cash bond. State police are investigating a deadly crash in Morgan County. Troopers say 54-year-old Charles Perkins lost control of his vehicle Sunday near the Ezel community in Morgan County. They say he went off the road and hit a tree. He died at the scene. The cause of that crash is still under investigation. First responders gathered at a building constructed right after and in response to 9/11 in Pulaski County yesterday morning. The Region 12 Special Response Team came about in response to the terrorist attacks. People gathered at 8:45 yesterday morning to remember. Firefighters were joined by local and county officials who said the terrorist attacks should cause everyone to act and react differently to many different things.
My challenge to us today as government officials, first responders, and citizens is not to wait for adversity to be reminded that we should be mindful of each other as Americans, as Pulaski Countyans, and as individuals, but strive every day to help ourselves by helping one another.
A piece of steel from the World Trade Center was placed outside the Pulaski SRT building as part of a memorial to the first responders who died in the attacks. Officials at the Kentucky Department of Agriculture have announced a $40,000 grant from the USDA to purchase freezers and refrigerators for local food pantries. Officials say the funding will help to purchase 42 freezers and refrigerators for food pantries across the state. The effort is part of the Kentucky Hunger Initiative. The appliances help pantries preserve donations of perishable food items. The Appalachian Regional Commission is celebrating its annual conference here in Eastern Kentucky, packing the Paramount Arts Center with Appalachians on a mission. WYMT's Buddy Forbes has more from the kickoff of yesterday's festivities.
I offer my most sincere congratulations to the projects receiving this round of Inspire grants.
11 states, 43 projects, more than $13 million focused on recovery and reparations.
Every dollar is sacred and it is blood money. It ought to be going to folks like the ones we saw today that are helping with second chance employment.
Governor Andy Beshear joined the Appalachian Regional Commission Monday, kicking off the Appalachia Rises Conference with the awarding of this year's Inspire grants.
This epidemic has torn at the very fabric of who we are. And every day you're out there fighting and scratching for the inches that become the feet, that become the miles of progress.
Helping to fund programs throughout the region that aim to provide second chances to those in recovery.
Not just about recovery, but it's about recovery and then training and getting a job and having the counseling, having the support system.
With 5 of the recipients accepting a combined $1.5 million representing Kentucky.
The people that receive these awards today are doing the hard work to dig out, saving one Kentuckian, one of our family members, one of our friends at a time.
Bringing their missions to the stage to share the people, the projects, and the progress.
So it is about this continuum and how the whole community becomes part of the solution.
To keep Appalachia rising. In Ashland, Buddy Forbes, WYMT Mountain News.
The conference wrapped its opening meeting yesterday, which included guest speaker Coach John Calipari. Musician Tyler Childers and author Silas House are a couple of notable Eastern Kentuckians expected to appear during the next couple of days.
Coming up on 642, we're taking a look at the Mountain Parkway up near the Wolf-Powell County line near Slade this morning. You can see a few clouds already trying to build in up there this morning. Not much in the way of fog. Looking west there on the Parkway this morning, and we continue to see just some light traffic. Temperatures 50s and 60s out there this morning. 57 Clintwood to 67 Monticello. A lot of a lot of low to mid 60s out there. 59 now in Hazard, joining the club there this morning. Across the state and region, 65 Cincinnati, down to 63 there in Somerset, 68 in Clarksville, Tennessee. Headlines: cold front is moving in. It's on the way right now. It's out to our west at the moment. Fall temperatures return behind it, at least for a little while, and then some weekend rain. We're keeping a very close eye on that, and we'll keep you posted. Olivia?
Thanks, Brandon, and thank you for joining us. The time is now 6:42. Still to come on Mountain News this morning. A circus in Germany has become the first in the world to harness technology instead of animals. Guests at the show are treated to a new type of magic under the big top.